who shall not be named. And he dumped me 2 weeks before the formal, and my best friend Cody swept in like the knight in shining armor that he is, and took me to formal, and he wrote formal in Christmas lights on the lawn and gave me a gift, and it was very sweet. And Riley was there for that. So yeah, that's number 1 is number 9. So correct your own. You have it.
And that's the night I knew Cody was going to marry her.
Okay, number 2 is my senior formal dress, and that's 2. That's the blue one. Senior formal.
King and queen.
So, number 2, I wore that dress to our senior formal. Cody and I won king and queen that night. And also, he found the dress for me at Z's antique shop.
And should I tell the story?
Yes, you tell the story.
Because I was there.
You were there.
We were Cody and Marco, and Kelly and Frank, and maybe Carrie. And who had the wig on? Marco or Cody? I don't know. Somebody had a wig on and a guitar. So the 2 boys really weren't helping us clean up the mess.
There was rain,
and
the
Cody
tiles
was
fell from
shopping.
the ceiling.
Cody was shopping, and
Cody was
he
shopping.
sees that dress, and he just stops, and he's like, "I gotta call Sophie. I think I found her formal dress."
Got one.
End of story.
Which
And so she says,
this dress
"Can you
has
bring
been-
it home so I can try it on?" She did not have to alter it or anything.
I didn't have to alter it or anything. It's a size 2, but it had been altered by the person that owned it previously, and it fit me perfectly. So it was just
It was
meant
so
to
cute.
be
We're
dressed.
like,
I didn't have to shop for a
I
dress
love
that
that
year,
boy.
so that was nice. Okay, number 3, senior year homecoming is number 6. Right here. This was.
You were in the court.
No, this was okay. So my dream my whole life has been to be Tinkerbell, and at that time it was for Halloween or something. So
Senior week.
homecoming,
It was
senior week, we had a Disney dress-up day, and I was like, "We're being Tinkerbell and Peter Pan. You don't have an option. Like you're being Peter Pan, Cody. You don't get a choice." And so I had a friend make this dress for me, and I bought these wings at what was it? Disney on Ice. And my mom embellished them and made them all kinds of extra and pretty. And yeah, we were Tinkerbell and Peter Pan for a dress-up day for homecoming. And then number 4, senior prom dress is number 8. This teeny tiny little pink dress over in the corner that probably wouldn't fit me anymore. That was our senior prom dress. The theme was Footloose, and Cody wore like crazy colors, and it was fun. Then this one, the dress Sophie was wearing when Cody proposed is number 1. We're in the corner. I don't know if anyone's heard the proposal story, but it's pretty crazy, and I did not expect it from Cody at all. It was our 4-year dating anniversary, and he took me to a sushi dinner, and he was like being all nervous. Like Cody, if you know Cody, he gets like awkward and he talks a lot when he's nervous. So I just thought that he was nervous because it was like a fancy date or something. So he's like, "Let's go watch the sunset," and it was super gloomy that night too. So I was like, "We're not gonna see the sunset," but I didn't say anything because I didn't want him to feel bad because he had this whole plan. So he took me. Riley's laughing. He took me to this spot in Dana Point, and they have this little gazebo and everything. So we're walking down the hill, and he doesn't know this, but I like spotted the gazebo and like saw everything, and I was like, "Oh, look at that house over there!" Like trying to pretend like I knew. But up to that point, I was completely surprised. And there was music, and our friends were there, and a photographer who's one of my best friends, who's one of my bridesmaids now. She was taking pictures, and then he proposed, and I'm gonna cry now. And then he surprised me again with a big surprise party with a bunch of our friends, and Jennifer and her sister Gina were there, and Cassidy and Riley showed up, and all of that. So yeah, that was that. And then, that's right, here. That's the gazebo and everything. Okay. Engagement photo shoot. That's this one. This one was tricky because these were both worn during my engagement photo shoot. This is the one that's on the save the date. So if you remembered when you got your save the date, that's the one. And then this I also wore. We had like a outfit change, but that's been all over like Instagram and Facebook and stuff. So yeah, so engagement photo shoot is dress 4, and then the dress Sophie's wearing on the save the date card is 5, and then the dress Sophie wore to the first couple shower is 3. So this dress has kind of an interesting story behind it. I had seen this dress, or a dress very similar to this one, online, and I fell in love with it, and I was like, oh, I want this for my shower. I looked at it, and it was like close to $300, and I was like, okay, well, that's not happening. And then I found this one online at Forever 21, and it's kind of like a knockoff of the one that I had originally seen. But I couldn't find it in my size anywhere, and I was really upset because I looked at a bunch of different Forever 21s and online, and they were completely sold out. So I told my mom about it, and she's like, let's just go check the Bakersfield Forever 21. So we show up, it's the last one in my size on the sale rack, and it was like, what, 90% off?
It's like $20.
No, it was $7.
No, when we got to the.
Oh, it was $20 on the card. So then we take it up to the cash register, and they're like, oh, it's actually an extra 60% off or something, and I got my dream dress for $7.
Oh my God.
So that's that one. And if you know me and my mom, we are bargain shoppers till the end. So that was like, we cried, and it was a big deal. Probably not a big deal for anyone but me and my mom. And then the last one, the dress Sophie wore to the second couple showers, number 7. This one with the polka dots. And that was the shower that my Aunt Sandy over here threw for us. And it was 2 days after my grandma passed away. So it was kind of a hard day. But it was really nice to have everyone together and spend that time. And I'm crying again. I couldn't get through my thank you speech at that shower because I was crying. But yeah, it was a really special day for Cody and I. We were both really grateful for that. So, anyway, those are the dresses. So, who won? Haley and Riley won, I think, for sure, but they're my bridesmaids, so I don't think they count.
Does anybody have every single dress?
Wait.
Okay, should
the
prize go to last place?
Should the what?
You can count me out.
Yeah, I feel like, I'm sorry guys, but we should count the bridesmaids out. You guys don't count.
Okay, so if you're not a bridesmaid and you had, did anybody have all the correct answers who was not a bridesmaid? Okay, did anybody have 8 correct answers who was not a bridesmaid? We have an 8.
Right there.
But I don't want to give it either, so yeah. Go to the next person.
Okay, does anyone have 9 correct?
No, Miss Jen.
Jen!